It's officially Pride Month, and what better way to celebrate than making 8 rainbow Sims? I decided to make 8 Sims based off the 8 original colors of the original Pride flag. That was a lot of time saying original, but you get the point. So yeah, that's what we're doing today, and they all have different styles and vibes, and I'm really happy with how they turned out, so you have to watch the end to see all of them. But first, hi, my name is Allie. Welcome or welcome back. If you're new here, I like to make Sims content. We're a little silly goofy, we're a little cozy, we're like chaotic, we're a little all over the place, but we have a good time here, so if that sounds like your vibe, then make sure to subscribe. And we are really, really close to 4,000 followers, so please, it would really help me out if you would consider subscribing, but enough, begging. Anyway, it's on to the actual sim. So I decided to start with pink. I don't know why. I don't know why I did that. I guess I was in a pink mood. I love the color pink. It's one of my favorite colors. And I know traditionally it'd be probably at the end, but in the original gay pride flag, it was at the top, so I guess that's why I started with it first. Anyways, this sim is literally the prettiest sim I think I've ever made, and I can't even take credit for her because she was basically just randomly generated. Obviously I did add like skin details, I did make a couple changes, but like for the most part, for a randomly generated sim, she's like stunning. Like, oh my gosh, I'm obsessed with her. So when I think of the color pink, I think of like springtime, very like princess, very girly, very feminine. So I really wanted to go and do that with her. I wanted her to have like light but still very like present makeup, just obviously pink. but like, I also, when I was making these sims, I know a lot of people, they like make their hair pink, and like sometimes they even do like the skin colors of the color that they're based off of, but like I want to do something a little bit different. And I didn't necessarily make like their hair colors match, or even their eye colors match. I kind of just went with what I thought like best embodied the feeling that I get from the color, if that makes sense, rather than like just making everything the color itself. So as you can see, I'm playing around with a bunch of different hairstyles, and I think this brown color looks so nice on her, and I just really hate the color of pink we have in the game. Maybe if we had like a color wheel, wink wink nudge nudge EA, I would have found a pink that I liked, but I really just didn't. So I also was playing around with like maybe doing like a pink accessory, or maybe doing like a custom content like ombre sort of vibe with the pink, because I really at first really did want to try to have pink like as much as possible, but it was just not in the cards. So yeah, I actually had to cut out a lot of me just looking around for hairs, because it took me literally, this sim took me so long. This took me more than like all of the other sims basically combined. That's a bit of an exaggeration, but she took me like 2 hours just on her own, because I was so not happy with what I was getting with both hair and clothing. But yeah, I just think this sim is stunning, and like the problem was I was finding all of these hairs that I was like, oh, this looks so cute on her, like I'm actually obsessed with this, and then being like, oh, I have to make it pink though. Like, so eventually you'll see I ditched that, but for right now we're just going through my custom content. Real quick, I want to give this commenter a shout out for suggesting this challenge. I was already thinking about doing it because I thought it'd be good for Pride Month, but once I saw this comment, I knew I had to do it. So if you have an idea of a challenge you'd like to see me do, please let me know. I genuinely like read and respond and look at all my comments and stuff, so I'm always down for suggestions if you have any. Okay, so I finally landed on this hair, and I stuck with this hair for a long time, because I liked that I could recolor the pink at the bottom to a more pastel-y pink, which is more the vibe I was going for. Spoilers, I don't commit to this hair. I go back to one of the hairs I had earlier, so you'll see that in a bit. But yeah, I really wanted to go for like, ideally the sim would have been like Lolita inspired fashion, but I don't have anything that's like Lolita inspired in the Sims, unfortunately, which I really should get more of that style of clothing, because I love that. I love Lolita style, like the big poofy kind of Victorian adjacent era. You guys know what I'm talking about. So I played around with a lot of different things. I knew I wanted her to wear a dress. I knew I wanted her to be very cute, very feminine, very spring, very girly. I don't know. Which I know is like stereotypically associated with the color pink, but like sometimes stereotypes are right. Sometimes stereotypes are good, I guess. Don't quote me on that, but like you get what I'm saying. I don't know. I like the idea of having the pink sim be very like flirty and girly and cutesy. So yeah, I usually don't make sims that look like this, I guess. I don't know. I usually don't do like, I don't know. Usually my sims are a bit edgy in some way, or they're very like cottagecore. And while this is like cottagecore adjacent, and I kind of did go for some like cottagecore looking dresses at first, that's not really what I wanted. I wanted more like princess core. I wanted more like spring goddess core, whatever that means. But like, hopefully you get what I'm saying. I really liked the shirt that I have, and I stuck with it for a really long time. I really wanted to make it work, and I kind of did, but not in the way you think. But as you can see, I'm going back, and like, I don't know, I just wanted, something was missing from the outfit, and I didn't know what it was. And honestly, I still think something's missing from this outfit, but like, I'm happy with what it ended up being, so like, don't worry about it. Yeah, as you can see, I have this corset, because I was gonna go for something more cottagecore, but then I was like, it's just not the vibe. I wanted a different color to be more cottagecore. And then in the end, I didn't really have a cottage core. You'll see later. Just keep watching to find out what I'm talking about. But yeah, someone also mentioned that they might want to see like a tour through my mods folder and see like all the custom content I have, because I have a pretty good collection, I would say. It's always growing, but like, you know, I have some good pieces, I think. So if you guys would be interested in that, let me know. I would definitely be down to do that. And also, if you want to go and see like all my defaults and all the creators I've downloaded content from, I have a document linked down below. So if you want to, I don't have the individual pieces linked because that would take a long time, but I have like the creators, like all of the creators I've ever downloaded custom content from. Okay, as you can see, I found this dress that had the same top that I really liked, but it was like part of like a full dress, and I like the poofy skirts, and I still wish I had something up here, but I was happy with it enough. I think it was cute enough. And then, yeah, I think I'd go back and add a necklace, which looks good, but I do wish I had something up there. I don't know what I wanted, but I wanted something. And then I finally decided that I did not like the pink hair. It was not the vibes that I wanted. It was not what the sim needed. So I went back and I was really trying, guys. I really tried to have the pink hair, but no, alas. I decided that this brown looked so good on her. It just like fit her perfectly. I added this little pink floral flower crown and went back to this hair. I just think she looks stunning. I think she looks like a little spring goddess. And I picked her trait. She's cheerful, family-oriented, and childish, because that's kind of the vibes that I think pink gives off as a color. I love pink. Such a good color. Very, very underrated color, an overhated color. But anyways, on to red. Red is like kind of the opposite of pink, even though they're very close on the color wheel, but I think of red as like fire and passion and like lust and love, and I don't know. I think red is a cool color. It's not like one of my favorite colors, but I think on Sims it looks really nice. And I don't know. This sim I did want to give red hair. I know I just went on this whole rant about how I wasn't just going to give them all colored hair based on the colors they were, but the sim needed red hair. I don't know. She just deserved it. Unfortunately, because of the shaders I use, because of the reshade I use, all of the red swatches are like a little too bright, a little too dynamic. So I don't use them very often, but I was really like trying to make it work on this sim. And I think I eventually found a hairstyle and vibe that like suited them, and I think they look good. But yeah, red, I definitely wanted a lot of darker makeup. I think red, black, and gold is such a good color combo. I really like that color combo. So you'll see that I do basically just that color combo on the sim, just 'cause I think she deserved it. I don't know. It's a very like regal, I don't know if that's the right word, but it's a very like bold, and I don't know. It's just a fun little color scheme. I think it looks nice. But yeah, anyways, you also might be able to see that as I am clicking around the swatches, and when I go to hair, all the swatches look weird. That's because I have the more columns mod, so I can have more of my items show in CAS. And like, the Sims updated while I was filming this video, and I hadn't realized that the more columns mod needed to be updated. So I was like, why does the game look like weird? Like, why did they update it to look like this? That's silly. I'm stupid. It was a glitch, so I fixed it. So after the sim, it will be back to normal. I also really wanted the sim to have curly hair. I don't know why. I just think fire, curly hair, it goes together. It's something about, I think Shark Boy and Lava Girl corrupted me and make me think that way. If any of you watch Shark Boy and Lava Girl, truly the peak movie of all time ever. Oh my god. But anyways, I just associate like red with like long burning hair. Her hair is pink in that movie. Like, it's not even red, but in my heart it's red, and in my heart this makes sense. I know logically it doesn't, but in my heart it does. So just move on with it. Just accept it. Anyways, with her fashion, I really tried to give each of these Sims different like fashion sense, and I was trying to like base them off of like different fashion tropes and stuff, so I could kind of get out of my comfort zone a little bit. But I really didn't know what I wanted to do with red. Originally I wanted her to be kind of like business classy, and then I said no, she needs to be like sexy going to a club vibe, just because that's what I associate with the color red, and I think she looks good, and I think it's what she deserves. So yeah, I was playing around with like the fishnet thing up here because I think they looked really good. I just think she deserved fishnets. I don't know, she just seemed like a fishnet girly. I just think the red and the black, they lend itself to that. So yeah, as you can see, I kind of landed on like a very like clubbing going out vibe with the black on top and the red on the bottom. I also feel like it kind of broke up the hair, because I feel like if she'd been wearing like a red dress or a red shirt, it would have been like too much. And I know this is literally the Rainbow Sim challenge, and like that's the point, is to have like solid color Sims, but like, it's my challenge, it's my rules, I can do what I want. Listen, if I really wanted to go all out, if people were really doing the solid color challenge, they would do like the skin and the eyes and the everything, and then I mean, I could do that. I suppose I could do that, but I think it's more fun to have like the essence of the color, you know? Hopefully you guys understand what I'm going with. But yeah, I wanted her to have a lot of piercings and a lot of like edgy jewelry. Just like a lot of big, bold statement pieces. I don't know. I just feel like she deserved it. I also gave her that little thigh tattoo just because I liked how it looked peeking out under the skirt. I think it looked nice. I definitely need more tattoo CCs because I love doing my Sims tattoos, but I only have like 5 in my game, so they all have the same tattoos, but just ignore that. Don't worry about it. I also was really trying to give her like a heart necklace, and I'm glad I found that one that has like the red and gold. Just because like red is obviously just the color of love. Like it is just duh. And I just think she deserved a little heart necklace. Yeah, and then I gave her like the black shoes with the red bottoms. I think she slays. I love this outfit. I think it's very fun. And then I go and add like the fishnet on one leg. I just think it adds something. It just adds some spice. I cut out her traits, but they were like hot-headed, self-assured, and something else. But she's like a firecracker. I don't know. You get it. You know the color red. You understand. Anyways, next up is orange. Orange is such a fun sim, such a fun color. I love this sim. I think she's so pretty. I think she turned out so cool. I really wanted to go with like a retro vibe for orange. I don't know why, but I am like obsessed with her look. It is so different than anything I would ever normally do, but I just love how it turned out. I also think this like I went for like a bright orange eye look, and against her dark skin tone, it looks so good. And her eyes are like this shade of brown, but they look kind of orange, especially with the eyeshadow. I don't know. I just think she turned out really well, and I'm really proud of her. Because like we don't have like a lot of like orange swatches in the game, and obviously since there's no color wheel, you kind of have to like work with what you have. So I think they pulled her off pretty well. I think she looks good. I associate orange with like fun and like summer and like good times. Like I don't know. So I gave her the shade of brown that kind of has like orange like highlights. I don't know what the word is. Like an orange tint to it. It's an orange vibe. And I don't know, this hairstyle, she just like kills it. She just looks so good. I just think she's such a cool sim. But yeah, orange is like fun and like party and like, I don't know, I just get kind of fun party vibes from orange. I don't think I've ever met anyone whose favorite color is orange. Everyone's favorite color is either like yellow or it's like a cool tone. In my knowledge, if there are any orange stands, please correct me. But like, I don't know, I feel like orange is underrated. I also love orange. I've recently become an orange girly. I used to not be. But I don't know, I think orange is very fun. It's very lively. I don't know, I think the sim slays. I went and used this, see, I was really going for like a vintage style, and I really quickly found this recolor of the city living romper that's like orange and yellow and like literally perfect. It's exactly like kind of like, it's giving like 70s. Her whole look is giving 70s, and I wanted to go with like the go-go boots. I actually don't remember what I ended up giving her. I think I did give her boots. Did I? Looks like it. But yeah, she just gives me like 70s, 80s, some kind of vibe. I don't know what she gives me. She's giving disco. I don't know my history, obviously, but she's absolutely slaying, and I think she's gorgeous. And I gave her like creative, outgoing, and I think dance machine, because that's the kind of fun, outgoing vibes that I think orange deserves. Next up is yellow. Yellow is what I wanted to kind of do the cottage core, very like outdoorsy vibes. I associate yellow with like also summer, obviously, because like sun is yellow, duh. But like in like a different way, like I associate yellow with like, I don't know, more calm, which is like, it's literally the brightest color ever. So like, I don't know why, but I just, it's like calm and relaxing versus orange is like very like rah, 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 like very in your face. Yellow is more like relaxed and chill and natural and like bees. I don't know what that means, but like, hopefully you get what I'm saying. I wanted to give her lots of freckles. I think all of these Sims have had freckles so far, or at least some moles. I love giving my Sims freckles and moles. I have freckles and I wish I had more freckles, but I think freckles are so nice. I think they look so good. And I think they just give so much personality and character to a Sim's face. Honestly, just skin details in general do that, but like freckles and moles especially, I think they just make every Sim look different, and I like that a lot. With her makeup, I kind of struggled because I don't have a lot of like natural looking things in my game, because usually I just go for like pretty big lashes and just call it a day because I think they look nice. But I really wanted her to go for like more of like a natural look. But it's like the kind of natural look where like a man looks at a woman wearing makeup and like, oh, you're not wearing any makeup, but you're so beautiful. And the woman has like 10 coats of makeup on and she's like, yeah, thanks. Like, if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. But it's fine. It works. It's, you know, it's The Sims. In my mind, she has no makeup, but obviously she is wearing lots of makeup. So you get it. Anyways, moving on to her hair. I wanted her to have this like pretty blonde color. Obviously, I didn't want to go with like the cheese hair color because that was just like a little much. It was just a little much. It would have been a little much. And I found this curly hair. I love this hair. This is one of my favorite hairs ever. And I just think it's stunning, and it looks great on her, and it kind of kept the kind of natural nature cottagecore adjacent vibes I wanted to give her. I really wanted to give her a long skirt. I think I mentioned this in a recent video, but I like never give my Sims long skirts, and I don't know why. I think it's just that I never wear them in real life, so I kind of forget they exist. but I just think she's a long skirt girly, and I think she deserved to have a little long skirt. So I was just trying to figure out like what I wanted to be yellow, and I eventually decided I like the yellow skirt and like a white shirt, just 'cause I think they balanced each other out well. And I was like, I just need something else up here. I don't know what I need, like a little cardigan or something. I don't know. I think that would make my Sims look better, but it's fine. I think she ended up really, really cute. I think she's such a pretty Sim. And yeah, I'm just adding some light jewelry, just a little jewelry, little vibes. And then she's a boots girly for sure. She has the cottage core, like, I don't know. I love the aesthetic where she's like, you know, wearing a dress, very girly, very feminine, but then like she's also like, you know, she's like a woodcutter or something. I don't know. She's being a girl boss. I thought about giving her a flower crown, but then I decided it'd be too close to pink, so never mind. She has like loves the outdoors and good and all the outdoorsy traits. If anyone's curious about the traits, I can put them somewhere. But yeah, I basically just gave them like similar vibes to what I've been describing this whole time. So like you get the point. Anyways, now we're on to green, and I don't know why, but I feel like this Sim is like the least like the color green, but I also think they're one of my favorites. I really like them. I think they're really cool looking. I think their sense of style is very nice. We'll talk about that later, but yeah, I decided I wanted to give this Sim heterochromia, just because I hadn't done that with one of these Sims yet, and I think heterochromia is so cool. My cousin has heterochromia, and I think it is just the coolest thing ever. I don't know, I just think it's fun. I think this is like not a hot take at all, but I think eyes are just so pretty, and I don't know, I just think they're very cool. So I like giving my Sims unique eye colors and unique things with their eyes. You get it. Anyways, moving on. Yeah, so I'm just working on the Sim's face. I don't know, I didn't find like, usually I like kind of randomize until I find like a pre-made Sim that I like, but this time I didn't. I just literally went with the first one, I think. So I played around with her face more than I do with the others. This Sim I wanted to do like kind of an academia, dark academia style vibe. I actually really modeled their sense of fashion after my partner's sense of fashion, which you'll see in a minute. It's very like little guy who's also like a dark doctor or dark librarian or something. I don't know if that makes sense, but like you'll see what I'm seeing. You'll see what I'm saying in a second. But yeah, I wanted to give them like short hair and kind of like messy but like also put together at the same time. It's a very hard style to master, but like if you pull it off, you pull it off, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I went with this hair, which I originally gave Pink Sim, and then I was like, no. But yeah, I knew I wanted the Sim to have like a sweater, and I just wanted the Sim to be like cozy and comfortable, but also like a little guy. Like they're a little guy. I don't know. So as you can see, I'm playing with all my sweaters. I also kept forgetting this was like a color challenge. I always do this where I just like start making so many Sims that I forget I'm actually doing a challenge and just start kind of doing whatever I want, which is like not the point. So I reminded myself I had to be green. Don't worry, I don't stick with that sweater. I'm not a fan of that sweater. I mean, it's like fine. It's just not the vibes of what I was going for. But yeah, I also really wanted to give this Sim shorts. I don't know why. I just had it in my head that I was like, they need shorts. So I'm trying on pants now, but know in my heart that I really wanted a pair of shorts, and I did eventually find one that I liked. I found those. Yeah, so this ended up being their final outfit. Obviously, it's not like the most green ever. You can see I'm changing it to try to make it more green, and I was just like, no, that's just the perfect. That's just correct. So I go back to it. But yeah, I really like this like style. I don't know what you would call it. I guess it's dark academia vibes. I don't know. I think it's really cute. Some little green shoesies and some little mismatched socks. I cannot speak English. That's the problem with doing these voiceovers, is it's like 20 minutes of me just talking. Ugh. Anyways, their traits are like genius and bookworm and stuff like that. Just big old nerd / pause. Anyways, moving on to Teal. Teal is always left out, and I think that's sad. Teal and Pink are like shaking hands. They're always left out. They're never in these challenges, and that makes me sad. I love Teal. And when I think of Teal, I think of like sporty, fun, like, I don't know. I just associate Teal with like athleticism. I don't know why. So I made this Sim. I was like, this is an athlete. I don't know anything about them, but they're an athlete. I had a little bandage on their nose just because I think it was cute. I don't know. It's something different. I like never do that. I sometimes give like my toddlers and kids little bandages on their nose, but like I never give an adult one. But I think it's kind of fun. I feel like the Sim, like she's like out, like she's wild in. I don't know. I eventually made her Lifetime Wish. I remember hers. Is like the extreme sports one, because I feel like she's out here like scaling mountains for funsies, and everyone else is like, what are you doing, girly? And she's like, just casual Tuesday. Like I'm just having a good time. Like I don't know. But yeah, I gave her like pretty light makeup. Again, she's like an athlete. She's always working out, always at the gym. But yeah, I think this was really pretty. Something about I've like perfected how I like my game to look with like the shaders and stuff. So now like even all the randomly generated Sims are just gorgeous. And I love that I don't have to make that many changes to them, and they all look so different. I think it's wonderful. I also use this hair. This hair is literally from Snowy Escape, which is wild. I never use not custom content hair, but it was perfect. And I finally had a use for that blue-black hair color. That's so stupid and looks stupid in every other application. But on her, it looks great because it's just like, it's like an ombre of teal. It's great. Her outfit was super easy. Again, I just wanted her to be buff and athletic. She slays. I don't know. I just feel like it's like, I wanted to go with more of an athleisure look, and this isn't really athleisure, it's pretty much just athletic, but I think it's fine. I think she's the kind of girly who's like always on a run. I gave her a couple tattoos. I ended up taking the ones on her chest off because I didn't think they fit the vibe, but all of her sleeves, all the tattoos on her sleeves are like nautical themed because she's blue, she's teal. I thought I was smart for that. Anyway, she's athletic, a bro, and something else. I don't know. She's a bro. She's a bro. Next up is blue, just straight up blue. You could also class it as indigo, but I went with more of like a solid like royal blue vibe. And I don't know why. This is very niche and very off topic, but if anyone is playing Honkai Star Rail, this sim is based off Natasha. And if you know if you know, you know. If you don't, that's okay too. But basically, I wanted her to have like big blue eyes, and I wanted to use that blue black hair color I was just talking about, because again, like when else am I ever gonna use that blue black hair color? And I also wanted the sim to have very like, I wanted the sim to be very preppy and very like academic vibes. Yeah, I don't know. I never really go with that style. I'm not a fan of like, I shouldn't say I'm not a fan. It's not usually my preferred style to do like the preppy kind of vibes, but I don't know. I just felt like the sim needed it, and it was a style I hadn't done yet, and I knew what I wanted to do for purple, and it was not that. So, but anyways, yeah, I'm just going through picking makeup, pretty basic stuff. I actually struggled with what makeup I wanted to give for a while because I wanted her to have more of like a blush, like the pink sim dim did, but it didn't quite work out that way. So it's fine. Anyways, with her hair, I wanted her to have kind of like something that was put together, but also kind of like nerdy. I don't know. She's kind of like nerdy, preppy. She's a nerp. I don't know. You get the vibes. See, I'm going back and like fixing her makeup because I want it to be a little bit darker. I wanted it to be more like, I wanted to show a little bit more, but still like pretty neutral. I don't know. Makeup is hard because I don't do makeup in real life. So like I don't really know how it works. You know what I mean? I don't really know how to do it. So I'm always just kind of guessing. But you know, it's fine. I found this I found this hair, and again, it really reminded me of Natasha from Star Rail, so I went with it. But basically, just like flowy blue. It's kind of, I don't know why I associate flowy with both like water and fire, but I do, so it's fine. Anyways, with her, I really wanted her to have a tie. I don't know why. That was also like off the bat, I was like, she's having a tie. It's just, which one of these ties do I want? And then I went back and forth on these skirts for a while because I don't know, I felt like a lot of them were like too short, or like they just weren't the right color. And this is just once again me begging EA to add a color wheel because it would make my life easier, and I think EA should listen to me and me alone. So please add a color wheel so I can make better sims. Thank you. Yeah, I eventually landed on this skirt. It matches good enough. It's a good length. I don't know, I like that it was like fingertip length. If you were, I don't know, when I was in like, especially middle school, they'd always like make us have like fingertip length skirts. You get the vibes. Anyway, she's a big nerd. Bookworm, you get the vibes. I can put their traits down below if anyone cares. Anyways, next up, and last but not least, we have purple. Purple is my favorite color. I really wanted to do this justice. So I decided to do with my personal favorite style, which is like kind of like she's supposed to be like goth kind of vibes, because I really associate purple with black with like goth, but she ended up being more like grunge, I guess, like pastel grunge. I don't know, this went in a completely different direction than what I originally intended her to be, but I am like obsessed with her. I love her. I think she's so cool. Anyways, I gave her like really dark makeup. I wanted to just go all out, because like when else am I gonna have the opportunity to do a full purple makeup look? Literally never. And then I was kind of worried about having to give her purple hair too, because I don't like this. I love the shade of lavender. I think it looks great, but it was not the right shade for the sim. And then I found these CC hairs that have the purple like slightly darker, and I was like, perfect, great. So I am obsessed with her hair. I think it looks great. I wanted to give her lots of piercings. Again, she's like edgy. She's goth. She's different. And I eventually settled on a Septima. I was gonna give her like a Medusa, but then I was like, no. It was like, I don't know, it just didn't look good on her face in particular, in my opinion. And then I also went and gave her a double nostril piercing, because I have a double nostril piercing, so she's just like me for real. I wish I was as cool as she is, but maybe I can pretend like I am. Anyways, I really wanted to go for like a black and purple color scheme, because again, I was going for like a goth edgy look. And I found this black butterfly shirt, and I went with it for a really long time. And then I found these pants, and these pants changed the game. I was like, oh, I have to go with these pants. They're stunning. They're gorgeous. They are the moment. And I quickly threw together this outfit. I love it. I don't know what style this is. Like maybe like streetwear. I have no idea. I'm not good at fashion, but whatever it is, it's iconic, and I'm obsessed with her, and I love her, and I think she is the moment. So yeah, I went and added some tattoos. I played around with her tattoos a lot, because again, I don't have that many. I really need to get more, but yeah. And I also added, when I zoom out, you'll see, I added like a little band. They're like little biker shorts, but they just look like a little band of like, maybe like boxers or something. I don't know. They were just giving to me. I don't know. I wish I had a stomach tattoo, but I don't have any in my game that I liked on her, so no stomach tattoo, but just in my heart, she's planning on getting one. She's saving up. But yeah, anyways, she's like gloomy and artistic. You get the drill. Anyways, those were my rainbow sims. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Feel free to check out one of these videos, and if not, no worries. Have a great rest of your day. Bye, guys.